Hi, my dear friends. How are you today? Here's another episode of Mindful 10. In this episode today, I'm going to show you how to cultivate mindfulness in 3 steps. 3 steps. It's not that hard, but you need to know how. So, the thing is that whatever fear or constriction or stories you're running in your mind, and especially now with the situation, your thoughts may sometimes really go berserk. So the idea is really, when those thoughts are in there, a lot of that is really about living in the past or projecting out to the future, because that is what the mind loves. The mind loves to project into the future or live in the past and the memories. And that is really a big part of where your fear and your anxiety and your restlessness can come from. So, of course, the antidote is to be in the present moment, to be right here, right now. So, how to do that? Well, since ancient times, people have practiced different types of mindfulness techniques, and it doesn't have to be complicated. And I don't want to judge any of those techniques. If you already found your technique that works for you, wow, this is really great, and keep on practicing. But if you're still looking for something, there are really, really easy practices. One would be observing your breath. And, I've given you a few of those techniques already in the past. Also, you can also observe what's happening at the space between the breaths, in this moment before the in-breath becomes the out-breath and the out-breath becomes the in-breath, or the way you move your body when you're sitting, how you're breathing, or you're walking, or mindfulness while you're eating. Any activity can become your focus for your mindfulness. But when you cultivate the mindfulness, it's really when you embrace this and bring your whole attention into the here and now. And this is when you immerse in the fullness of the now. And this is the space where there's no memory of the past and no concerns about the future. This is the space when you're in the here and now, where the fear and the anxiety really have next to no chance to get there. So I want to give you 3 practices today, 3 steps, how to cultivate your mindfulness. And the first, and I found it's not the hardest, but it's one that is about the habits that we have. And one of the habits that we have is, how do we talk to ourselves? So we need to start step 1, start listening to how we talk to ourselves. Do we call ourselves names, and where do we derive them from? Most of them from the past. Somebody maybe in the past has said to you, you're an idiot because blah blah blah, and you've taken that on. Or you can't do that right. As a child, if you've heard that often enough, then you just keep on believing that and saying that. So throughout the day, really, whenever you notice that you're rushing through something or you're having anxious thoughts, listen to what you're saying to yourself and really transform this internal dialogue. This is a huge step. So if you're scared of time running out and you realize that and you start rushing, and start talking to yourself more like, I have enough time. I have enough time. I have all the time in the world. So start changing the conversations you have with yourself and become mindful about your patterns, thought and behavioral patterns, by listening to. And maybe one of the antidotes, that's one that I've practiced in the past a lot, was, wow, interesting thought. Interesting. So do I really believe that I am whatever, lazy, always late, and whatever it is? Really listen to yourself and to the conversation, and then question where it comes from, whether it's really yours. And if you want to change your thought, then do it actively and go into the other position and say, no, I'm not lazy. It's just that right now this is the thing to do. My body wants to rest. My body wants to read. Or right now my body wants to do yoga, or whatever it is. This moment is exactly as it should be right now. And this is really important in this lockdown, that you realize this is how this moment is right now, and it's okay. Step number two, really I would like you to choose one activity per day, just one. Some say 3, next step. After you've done the 1, you can do the 3. One activity per day. And this one activity per day is where you put your awareness completely into what you're doing. So for me, it's brushing my teeth in the morning. And it's really about becoming mindful where you are in your gums and your teeth, and really immerse in that activity and really feel where your gums and where your teeth, where your brush is right now. And you will realize when you focus your attention on exactly that, there's no other thought coming up. There's no hectic. There's just brushing your teeth in that moment. So take one activity per day where you point your awareness exactly on what you're doing. It could also be eating your lunch. It can be, if you're like if you're drip brewing your coffee, whatever it is. Take one activity per day, and you probably will then find it once you've got this one activity to actually choose 3 per day. So that's the next step up. 3 activities per day where you really point your awareness to what you're actually doing. And you won't believe it, it will be quicker than you think, that you can expand this awareness and this mindfulness to more and more what you're doing within your day, whatever you're doing. And whenever you find that you cut yourself or you trip or you, whatever you do, you find, oh, I wasn't mindful. Where was I? Lost in thoughts. So really choose minimum 1 activity per day. Do this for a week or so, and do this one activity mindful. And number 3, which right now in the situation where we are is probably the most important one, listen to your body. Listen to the messages of your body. Again, your mind loves to live in the past or project to the future, like oh, I can do this, I always lifted this. But if you listen to your body exactly right now in this situation, maybe your body tells you a different story than the strongness and the resilience that you used to have. Maybe right now your body needs more sleep. Then you don't need to watch that show at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. You can go to bed instead and have a nice early sleep. You can have a nana nap, especially if you are in lockdown anyway. And if you're an essential worker with a hectic day routine or night routine for that matter, find your gap where you can have, for instance, a nana nap. Find that gap. Listen to the messages of your body. What does it tell you? What do you need? Whenever you crave food, for instance, ask yourself what you really need right now. And it's not your mind. Really question it and ask your body, what do you need today? And maybe it's sleep, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's grabbing your bike, maybe it's running, walking, locally, of course, local. Your body will respond more and more. So it's now more important, the 3rd step, to really cultivate mindfulness. Listen to your body. And when can you do that much better, any better than in meditation? So you can lie down, you can sit in meditation, and make it a meditation to actually listen to your body. Just go through your body. There's a body scan meditation on my YouTube channel that is amazing for exactly that. So check in with your body and listen. Listen what it tells you. I'm tired. I'm so tired, maybe. Until Friday, I tell you, that's what my body said all the time. Now I'm fine. After I've let all that frustration out on Friday, if you saw the other video where I described it, yes, I'm human and I did let it out. So listen to your body. And if your body says, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, then it's time for an extra hour sleep. It is time. We're going to have a long weekend in front of us. Use that long weekend to regenerate, to re-nourish, to really, really give yourself me time, and maybe have a special meal and eat that mindful, of course. So really, really, guys, these are 3 steps. And if you do all 3 of them, you're really, really great. If you start with one of them, totally fine. But really at the moment, mindfulness in your daily life is a thing for you. We have the opportunity right now to change our thoughts and change our behaviors, to really heal and grow. And that's what we need to do. We've been given this time. Those of us who can stay at home, we've been given the time, and we should be grateful and kind to ourselves and others for that. And when you look at the shops, when you look at the doctors, the carers, the nurses, all those essential workers that we have, they're working their butts off. So be grateful for having that opportunity, and maybe include them in your meditation and send that kindness out to them. If you could do that, that would be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. And let me know in the comments if that is something for you. Bye.